This podcast is brought to you by the Startup Core Podcast and by the Foundation for World Harmony.
Come with me to discover the transformative power of kindness and the joy it brings. Join me as we explore every Monday morning simple yet profound ways to elevate your happiness, one gesture at a time.
Wow, fantastic baby, dance. I'm gonna dance. Fantastic baby.
Fantastic day to one and all. Welcome to another episode of The Complete Guide to Happiness. Hope you've been watching the episodes and enjoying them. As you know, I interview one ambassador a week from our 11,000 ambassadors around the world. Fantastic human beings striving to show the world that kindness leads to happiness, and it really does. Today, we've got a fantastic guest in Rohit Gupta. I hope I'm saying that right. He's from India, New Delhi, and he is the chamber or the founder of the Eurasia Afro Chamber of Commerce, and he's in about 16 different countries, doing fantastic things, marrying businesses. As you know, I'm one of the only motivational speakers out there that's not motivating people to make money. I'm motivating people to be happy. That's the secret to life, to be happy. And whatever you're doing that's making you happy, keep doing it. And if you're not doing things that are making you happy, start doing them. A lot of things can make you happy. Dancing, singing, planting a garden, cooking, eating, having your first cup of coffee, because I haven't had it yet. So here's the coffee. So a lot of things have been happening. Phone's been ringing. It's always fun. Oh, so as you know, I like to recite one of my daily quotes that I'm not distributing to all my 800 WhatsApp groups anymore, because I had some problems with WhatsApp. So I've created a group called Dr. Fantastic's Motivational Group. And join that group and you'll get the motivational quote. So some people don't watch them. So the people that join the group probably will watch them. That's what I'm thinking. So here's the quote for today. And it's from Mahatma Gandhi, really, really smart guy. And he says the same things I do. He just has a bigger following. He says, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. That makes a lot of sense, because happiness is our goal. And my quote was, happiness should be your goal in life. Because, I don't see much purpose in life just making a bunch of money. Matter of fact, I'm working with a gentleman who's got trillions of dollars under management. And trillions of dollars or billions of dollars or millions of dollars in the bank don't do much good for humanity. And he's funding projects and some of my projects to make the world a better place. And that's what money should be used for the good of man, not just to collect shiny things. Anyway, so it's really a great journey for me to open people's eyes that money is not the answer. Happiness is the answer. Finding someone to love, loving yourself, because the 3 commitments to kindness solve all mankind's problems. Be kind to yourself, the first, most important, and hardest commitment in life. Be kind to all others, the golden rule. Stops wars, violence, lying, stealing, cheating, raping, killing, all the bad things that man does. And be kind to Mother Earth. In 150 years, we've done a lot of damage to her. We've polluted our lakes, our streams, our rivers, our oceans, our atmosphere, our lands, and now outer space. We've done a lot of polluting. We need to take accountability for our actions. And I think it'll be a happier world when we do all those things. What do you think? Okay, so that's the intro for the day. Let's get to the interview. Let me put it on pause, and I'll get the Rohit online. I've been in 146 countries, and a lot of these countries have some amazing names that I can't pronounce, but they're common in their country. And there's a lot of countries out there, a lot of people out there. We need to be a happier and a kinder society, world, universe. Anyway, I'm rambling. I like to ramble. Can I tell you? I do ramble. I love talking to inanimate objects as this computer is. So without further ado, let's get to Rohit. Well, everyone, I'm very happy to introduce to you our ambassador 11,013, Rohit Gupta from New Delhi. And he is the founder, I believe, of Eurasia Afro Chamber of Commerce in 16 different countries, marrying business and people and hopefully happiness. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Fantastic.
So my first question to you, to all my guests, is because this is the complete guide to happiness. We're teaching people how to be happy because some people don't know how to be happy. But what's your definition of happiness?
So my definition of happiness is to be a relax. So whatever I do, I do in a relaxed mode. I did not make in a hurry. I did not go without any proper framework or plan of action. And when I will go with that, maybe 50% will be happen, 50% maybe go against us. But when we had something in our mind, we will go in a relaxed mode. And I stay calm usually, because when we lose our angerness, then we did not able to condition to take any decision. We will make a more dangerous situation for us. It's technically for in anger, or we are not in a bad mood or sad mood. It's technically reflect on us only. It's not for the others. It's just reflect on us, and it spoil not just us, the entire environment. So I usually go in a calm mode. I did not do the things in a hurry. I did not go very fast. It's just relax. It's a kind of like times is go as per their own timing. So I'm doing the same thing. I did not go very fast. I'm not in the participate as in a car race of fast and furious. I am going with the slow way, so that when we are stuck in a somewhere, we cannot hurt ourselves. Because when we go fast, we hurt ourselves in a that like in a very bad shape. But when we are in a slow pace, even we hit by something, we cannot hurt ourselves in a very hard way. So when we go slow, when we stay calm, then we will find how to be live like a happy.
Wonderful definition. As you say, going slow creates less danger. When you drive a car slower, you can't wreck it, right? I'm a boat captain, a yacht captain, and the first rule of being a captain is slow is pro, because you can't do any damage if you're going slow.
Yes.
I think people take life a little bit too serious. And I think we're taught that from our parents, because they teach, parents are all amateurs, and they teach us, I think about after 6 kids, you make less mistakes. But not no mistakes, just less mistakes. But, we're taught fear, and we're so stressed. They say 70% of people are depressed. And, if you just don't stress everything, if you don't stress the weather or money or relationships or traffic, your life is so much more open for goodness and for happiness.
Some years back, it's around 7 or 8 years back, I was the same, like show off thing, do a lot of work in the entire day, almost 18 hours a day I work, travel a lot, earn a lot of money. And when my health was down in 2018, then in 2020 and then 2021, now it's a detected I had a lung cancer. I survived 5 times COVID. I survived lung cancer. I survived septic shock. I survived brain stroke. So when I survive all these things, so when I feel like so whatever I do some years back, there are nothing worth of that. I earn a lot of money. I took that lot of show off. It's millions. It's not millions. It's thousands of dollars a bag. It's eat at a high 5-star or 7-star restaurant. But that is not a technically happiness. Now I am staying in a hilly area of India. There is not even had a cinema theater, but I am happy there because I'm here. I feel the nature. I feel the purity of water, pure air. Listen the voices of sparrows and other birds that I cannot heard in a big city where people are running like a machine. So when I stay there, I feel like the 15 years which I spent in a national capital of India is just a waste of time. I can stay, I can live even without less money, with the less money, but I can stay calm here. I don't need to be go in a rush. I can live like a basic here. So he said, technically, it's me. That was a me also who do the show off. That was the me who booked the ticket of first class. Now I can travel in a bus. He said, there's nothing wrong in that. So it's a kind of it's a, us which we generate the sadness for us, which we generate the depression, which we generate the disappointment within us. So it's just we us. If we are not feel happy within us, then we cannot. Nobody. We only us who can do happiness and sadness and any kind of emotion to create for us. It's our expectation that which create the emotions.
Well, these big cities are concrete jungles. They're rat races. It's always a chase for money. I always tell people, if you found love, get the hell out of the city. Go to the country, enjoy the nature, enjoy your loved one. Because it's just the big cities are accidents waiting to happen. You know, there's too much violence in the big cities. In every city around the world, you know, I call the situation on the planet the insanity of humanity. There's too many wars, there's too much violence, there's too much corporate greed, there's too much pollution, there's too much poverty, there's too many problems. And I'm on a mission to try to correct it with people like you. I've got some fantastic ambassadors, all believe in the three commitments to kindness. And I hope your country will adopt the Global Kindness Pledge for the children, because we got to create a happier world. It's, you know, there's too many miserable people. Like I said, 70% of people are depressed. That's not good.
It's a kind of like people are now think just about the big houses and big cars and it's a high quality educations for kids. When kids grown up, they fly to other country and the parents stay alone at that big house, like it's a 10 room house, and they stay in a one room. Other 9 rooms is either used by the tenants or house workers. So what is logic in that now? If you are able to stay with your dear ones until you die, that will be a more happy situation for anyone. So it's a kind of what I said. People expectation which they are expecting from the people that make them sad, disappointed, depression. Everything comes from there.
It's all
You are
between the
alive.
ears. You know, it's having the right perspective. You know, life is a perspective. You know, you can look at life as a horrible, terrible, you know, thing, or you can look at life as the possibilities for happiness and joy and kindness. You know, I mean, it's just, I guess there's too many people is what it might be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's most of the time like when we die, people forget us in a 1 year, in within the 1 month or 1 year. So it's a better to live for our own happiness. Otherwise, when we are happy, we cannot make others sad or disappointed. So if otherwise, it's a going the vice versa. We are not happy with ourselves, then we will create the chaos around us everywhere.
Well, as you know, I've created what's called the three commitments to kindness, and they quite literally solve all mankind's problems. To be kind to yourself is the most important and hardest commitment. I mean, you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? Right? So that it starts from yourself, being happy,
Yeah.
trying to be happy, look for happiness, do things that make you happy. If dancing makes you happy, dance more often. If cooking makes you happy, cook more often. Do the things that make you happy and then share it with others. That's the commitment to be kind to others, sharing your knowledge, sharing your experience, sharing your trials and tribulations, share your life with others. That's what I do now. I spread the kindness revolution, and then be kind to Mother Earth. In 150 years, we've pretty much polluted everything, the streams, the rivers, the lakes, the oceans, the seas, the atmosphere, the lands, and now outer space. We're a polluting society, as a polluting world, and we need to take accountability for our actions, because we're not going to be happy if we can't breathe the air.
Yeah, you are definitely 100% right that we are a kind of pollution creating machines now. We are creating those pollution which even not existed some years back, like cyber pollution, like phones and electronic pollution, which even not existed some years.
Well, it's called built-in
As innovation, that's
obsolescence.
what is
The
pollution.
greedy corporations build something to last a very short time so they can sell it again. And then, of course, that becomes trash. The first light bulb invented is still burning, but nobody's going to make that because you won't sell another one. It's all about greed. That's the worst word. For me, it's the worst word in the world, greed. It's destroying the world.
Yes, it's a definitely, and next 50 years is still very dangerous because countries are fighting on those issues which were, and they are still fighting on those, and they are not still stopping. They are just making more things to fight. They even identify those issues which are not even existed. It's a kind of this maybe happen, and they are start fighting on that without seeing any result on that. What we get from that, they even don't think about that. But that they are just feeling maybe this will be happen after 5 years, so we will start do the strike on now. So whatever happened around the world is a reflection of that.
Well, unfortunately, war makes a lot of money. And if there's no wars, they create wars, because wars it's quite simply make the rich richer.
Yeah, and similarly, the wars make more refugees. War makes the increasing crimes in those countries who even don't have a crime now, but after lots of refugees, they will settle there. It's a kind of we are just creating a chaos between the different countries, the other part of Earth, and we are making the peace movement to stop this. So it looks like we are doing the peace movement, and for peace we have to do war.
Crazy. I don't agree with that. I don't think we have to do war to make peace. I think if everybody just minded their own business, if every country just minded, like America gives billions of dollars to help feed the poor. Well, in other countries, there's many poor people in America that need that money. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, even when we talk on India, so if we get the hunger index, so the entire population of America, we are more people who are under the poverty line, which are more than the total population of entire America. So people,
That's a lot of
yeah,
poor people.
yeah. So it's governments are like sometimes they do the lots of decision which they told us that this is for the peacemaking, this is for the people who are under poverty or other kind of thing. And when we ask why do you don't provide them the education so that they can do any work, then that's not is there in the 4 year or 5 year agenda, because they feel like we maybe not government, so we will get money for us, we will let the handle the people by self them, and giving them the free or giving them the in a subsidiary rates, but not able to produce any employment or any education for them. So the entire world, definitely when we think about ourselves, like how I can contribute for myself, for my family, it's better to understand like this only. Why we go to 10,000 people or 20,000 or it's a millions of people. If I am not able to do anything for myself or for my family or my country or my society, everything is in vain.
Correct. You know, I wish there was an easy solution, but my kindness revolution is probably going to take 10 or more years to really take effect. Because when children recite the Global Kindness Pledge, they're manifesting positive thoughts in their brain. They're building self-confidence. They're creating camaraderie in the group. And that will eventually sink in and manifest into a kinder person. I really truly believe that if someone says the Global Kindness Pledge every day, they're not going to be a murderer. They're not going to do crime because they're inherently convincing themselves that they're kind. You have to be kind. A lot of poor people don't get kindness. But we have to educate them that when you do kind things, it comes back multifold. It really is amazing. I'm proof positive. I've been doing this for 5 years, and the most amazing things are happening to me because I'm being kind to people. I'm showing kindness. I'm teaching kindness. I'm spreading kindness. It's the kindness revolution, and you're part of it.
Thank you. And you are doing a very great job because people are forgetting this word. Like people just read the kindness and kind word in just the religious books only, and with the lots of phrases, then they find this word. But they are now people are just forgetting the meaning of this word and how it's will reflecting to others. They are just feeling like we are the only who can do anything, and we are not doing to anything to anyone because
So Rohit, how can you help
we
me
are not thinking
spread?
about others.
How can you help me spread this kindness revolution in India? There's a lot of people in India, and they need to hear this message. How can we spread it? Well, do you have any ideas? I know you have a chamber of commerce. I don't know how many people you have in your chamber, but whenever I talk to a big organization, like I believe I spoke at your event the other day, right?
We will spread the words because we are doing interfaith and human rights and social work activities in world starting
So
some
I
months back.
spoke at your event the other day. How many people
Yeah.
watched that?
Yeah, so it's around 60 people from 21 countries joined that movement, joined that event. And I do physical event differently. So I do virtual event, I do physical event in 2 different days so that people cannot mess with each other. And we had a time to understand what other speakers and then people not understand what they are saying. They just go in a flow. So that's why I do the virtual event on a 20. It's a summary of 21st. We'll share with the people who physically available on the 23rd, and we are trying to make lots of. In this time, I am currently capturing the leaders of different organizations, like those organizations who work in India, not a business or social work activities, some NGOs, so that they already had a 200, 500 or 10, 1,000 people who are working under in their NGOs and social, like invited them to talk them. So once whatever we said, they will capture and they will distribute to other 1,000 people or 500 people.
Did they enjoy my speech?
Yeah. It's, everyone enjoyed your speech. It's, my colleague was just highly impressed with your speech. She talked about your 3 points, and we mentioned in our like even LinkedIn post about your what you said, and we will do again because we are just starting the things, and we are inviting people from in a leadership people who are a leader of a different organization, so that when we are able to convey our message to them only, then they can download that message. Their
Do you have any connections to the Indian government?
Yeah, I'm making that, but most of the connections are commercial for social work and interfaith. I'm trying to connect with the Minority Ministry of India and Social Justice Ministry of India, and I'm in line because there are lots of projects which come under these ministries, and they are not doing anything properly in India. They still left with the 40 to 50% budget unused every year. So I'm trying to make a connection there so that some real project which is helpful for the ground level people can be passed through their ministries, because that budget is allocated by the government. But the ministry.
What's your profession?
I was a financial expert before. I have done a PhD in finance. So I was a fund. I had a, like from 2014 to 2020. I had one organization. I run one organization in Singapore. It's a fund management company, and I am a kind of a expert in antiques. So I am antique specialist, and I am a writer also. I written 24 books. I written 4 books, 2 books on Islam, 2 books on Buddhism, 1 book on Sikhism. I written books on different financial modeling like P2P lending, reward on donation crowdfunding, auction financing, alternative finance. I write some books on fantasy, like I love Avengers, so I write a books on that kind of fantasy. Avengers. I watch cartoons. I love Narnia. I love Harry Potter's. I every day I watch around 30 to 40-minute cartoons so that I can feel relaxed. It will make me happy. And I written a book on travel. I traveled around 19 to 20 countries from 2014 to 2019. After COVID, I did not travel because my cancer was detected. So my travel Nepal in between. Otherwise, I did not more do any properly travel. I know the 17 languages. I knew the Syriac. I knew the Hebrew, ancient Latin, Armenic,
You
because
speak 17 languages?
yeah, I can read 17 languages.
Wow. I'm still working on English. Can you do a cartoon on kindness? That would be fantastic.
Yes, it's a I like a kind of a, I learn those languages because I written a book on Christianity. So I need to be learn first how the real scripts written, because when we written a book on any religious matter, then we cannot take any risk. We cannot use the translation just only in English, because many words which used in Hebrew and ancient Armenic cannot be translated in proper English, and that will be transferred from Latin to English. Then sometimes words will be changes. I learned Syriac because I written a book on Ibn al-Arabi. He was the Sufi saint of 12th century, so he most of the books written on him in a Syriac language. I tried to write a book on Rumi also, but he had a lot of work which I cannot able to complete, and then my health will be down, so I cannot written many books. I cannot publish many books. I written more, but I cannot publish all the books. And in 2024, I start this Chamber of Commerce. So it's my plan is not just about the import, export, and business only. So that's why I create some different committees in Chamber. So I had a FDI committee that is related to finance. I had an agriculture committee which is morely focused on the agriculture problems in Africa, because Africa need that in a more way. And then SDG committee. Then I had a political diplomatic committees, but most importantly, I had a interfaith and religious committee in my chamber. So we are working on that. That directly, I take care of that committee. I had 10 pastors in my chamber of from eight from Africa only, and 2 from India. I had a Hindu priest in my chamber. I had a Muslim Nabi, Muslim Molvi in my chamber. So I just want to make if people don't fight in the name of religion, then we can sit and talk on multiple things. When people stay like I am just work with this religion only, and this religious wings only, this religious location only, then we cannot have to do any business or work there. It's not just business. Sometimes we have to be do with some human rights activities there, but it will be like a control in some religious places by religious organizations. So we had to. I'm trying to make a connection with all the religious organizations so that I can put my thoughts there, and they will not kill me when I said anything.
As far back as I can remember, I have wanted to be an entrepreneur. Now, I am here to guide you through the intricate paths of building your business, embracing emerging technologies, and navigating the startup world. I am Saul Tarazona, and this is Startup Corps, your go-to podcast for entrepreneurial insights and tech-driven success.
One of the
Yeah.
ties between all the religion is kindness. I think that's I find I've got more probably religious ambassadors than not, because it just goes hand in hand with their God, I guess, being kind.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying something. It will take a time because you spend a 10 years starting the thing, so it will take a lot of time because people are very self-obsessed in these days. They just forget how the kindness, what is the basic of any religion. That is inner peace and kindness. This is the basic criteria of each and every religion. But when we talk to any religious guy, he did not talk about the peace. He did not talk about the inner peace or kindness. He just talk about their deity and what they said some 1,000 years or 1,500 or 2,000 years back. But they did not talk about if we talk on how you feel relaxed or how you feel kind to someone else, then they don't have any answer. They just pick any answer from those books which has written. When somebody written, we even don't have any proof properly, and we are born some years back. We don't have any original copy of that book, but people don't understand many things. But yeah, you understand, so that's why your movement is really important for not just for current generation. For when we are understand the meaning of kindness, then we will shift to our next generation, then that will be passed on. When we learn about anger, we learn about kicking other people, that will be passed to our next generation, and it will be go on.
Well, I truly believe, and I've proven, I think, with science and logic, that the three commitments solve all our problems. So I kept it real simple because humans aren't very bright. Yeah, I think they're the dumbest creatures on the planet. Really, quite literally. I don't think anyone can argue that. If we weren't the dumbest, we wouldn't have all this horrific things happening. The killing. The other day I saw a show on the killing of John Lennon, a wonderful, beautiful human being that someone killed and took away his life. And it's just horrible when someone kills anybody, much less John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King or the Pope or the fantastic people that have been murdered in history. Abraham Lincoln, I don't know why murder has to take place in our hearts, but we need to overcome that with love. I think the people that are murdering people didn't get love as a child. So my focus, the main focus, is on the children and the Global Kindness Pledge. And I'll repeat it for anybody who hasn't heard it yet. This pledge is very powerful. It will influence the children to love themselves, to love others, and to love the planet. And it goes like this. I pledge to be kind to and love myself. I pledge to be kind to and strive to love all others. I pledge to be kind to, love, and respect our Mother Earth. We are all fantastic. Then I have the children point to their friend. You are fantastic. And then they finish it by saying, I am fantastic. Those three words build self-confidence. I am fantastic. It's a very powerful pledge. It's not political, it's not commercial, and it's not religious. It's a pledge for our future. Unless we start to be kind to one another, ourselves and the planet, we're not gonna survive. So we need to get the children of India and the children all over Africa, which is already, I'm really big in Africa, the kindness pledge. We need to get the children to recite that pledge daily, because it's going to manifest into their being that they love themselves, they love others, and they love the planet. They have to recite it daily with emotion and passion and conviction. So that's my goal. Help me get it to the schools. Are you connected to the school districts or any educational things in India?
No, I will ask them to connect with you, and like they are already doing some volunteering in our schools, so they knew how to be participate in there. So I will connect you with my people in Delhi. They are already doing the volunteering, like it's a Sunday school or those kind of things, so they can help you in there.
You know, as I travel the world and I introduce this to people, the poor people, the ignorant people will say, "What's in it for me to be part of this?" Which is really pretty ignorant. But we can't help everybody in the world. We just can't. But the really smart people like yourself and all our other 11,000 ambassadors say, "How can I help?" That's what I want to hear from people. How can I help? Because this isn't for me. This isn't for you. This is for our planet. We need to be kind to ourselves, others, and the planet for our survival. I mean, it's as simple as that. If we just ignore all this, it's not going to go away. We have to have a new consciousness, a new way of thinking, a bond, because we're all one. We are all one, but we're too separated. There's too much division. There's too much prejudice. There's too much evil and hatred and I think the kindness revolution is gonna be effective. It is with a lot of people right now, just not enough. I call it the world's best kept secret because only a couple 100,000 people know about it.
We can do, we will let you know and join, some people I will invite to join with you. They will help you directly because I am technically not in a city. I'm just in a.
Well, it's a virtual
So
world
there
now.
is.
You don't have to be in the city to do good. It's a virtual world.
Yeah, I'm usually looks like I stay in a nature, not in a concrete jungle. I just live in the woods jungle so that it will be more fantastic and more peaceful for me. Not for everyone, because people had their own needs. People had have to be feed the family, so they stay in a according to. But now I am staying in natures and instead of concrete jungle. But I will connect you some of people in India, and some of them already listened to your concept in our previous meet, so they can easily relate with that, and they will definitely connect you with the schools and those people, because they are doing volunteering services already there, and they will love to do that because your 3-point agenda is really easy to understand for any age people.
Any age, any age. 5-year-olds don't forget the 3 commitments. Actually, it used to be 4 commitments, and the 4th commitment was say kind words. But you don't say kind words to your computer or your coffee cup. You say kind words to people, which is commitment number 2. Be kind to all others. Open doors for people. Say kind words. Say I love you. Say have a fantastic day. Say kind words, because words matter. Words affect water, as you know. The Japanese water study, Kyoto water study, proved that words affect water, and we're 80% water. So, and plants are water, and animals are water. Words affect water. We need to use kind words. But four commitments was too many. Too many. 3 commitments everyone can remember.
Yeah, definitely. So I will connect you, and you will. Lots of people will ready to listen you because your way and your commitment to kindness is really amazing. Your energy is really amazing, and people will understand when you talk with energy. And this is like sometimes words can do their work, but the body language and the passion is also do a lot.
The heart,
Speak with others.
the
Yeah.
heart, the heart. It's a very wonderful thing, the heart.
Yes, so that will be really wonderful, and I will whatever I can help as
Well, I
a
want you to be the admin to New Delhi is Fantastic group. And I want you to invite people into the group to share positive information. You know, in our 800 plus groups around the world, we don't talk business. We have a business group for those who don't want business. We don't talk religion. We have religious groups. And we don't talk money or business. We just talk positivity, kindness, love, peace, positive information. There's enough negative information out there. They're not in our channels. We don't need to talk negativity. We know there's lots of killings, lots of bad things happening. There's other channels for that. Our channel is positivity, kindness, love. So tell us a little bit about Eurasia, your chamber. Tell us about your chamber now, a little bit more.
No, so another the things which we are doing in a chamber, we are doing like we are working on a multiple things. So it will reflect when the things will be happen. I just give the proposal of spiritual city to Ghana, but maybe we can work in some other countries also, because it's a kind of my dream project, and doing like many things we are trying to do that, and at least somewhere we will reach at that point where we are able to get something for who can talk safely, and it's a kind of each and every person is looks like equal to others. They cannot there are no rich and no poor, that feeling when people standing in each other. So trying to do that, it will take some time, but whatever best we can do, we are do as per our own vision.
Well, I've got lots of plans for the planet, one of which is called Fantastic Cities. And in a fantastic city, it's a modern, green, off-the-grid city, because here in Guatemala, they have geothermal energy. And if you can tap geothermal energy, which is free, you have fresh water, and you've got free electricity, and you've got a lot of other byproducts. But I want to create fantastic cities where they're modern, green, crime-free. I believe that if you create a city and you have everyone agree that they're not going to break the 3 commitments, that they can live in harmony there. And if you do break a commitment by stealing or robbing or killing, you get disbarred from the city. And I think that's a logical step forward in creating harmonic cities that live in harmony, that you're committed to following the 3 commitments to kindness. And I call it Fantastic Cities, and I hope to roll those out in the future. I have some idealistic plans, but if you don't dream it, you can't achieve it. So first, I always say you must conceive, then you must believe, and then you can achieve. So I've got some really fantastic plans. I've got a website called drfantasticsworld.com where I have a lot of my plans. As you know, I've got the Foundation for World Harmony.org, my charity, and I've got worldkindnesslist.com, which I hope everyone goes to. You've got the link, and they just put out their first name, their city, their country, what they do, and if they want to be contacted, for information, and they become an ambassador of kindness. And there's thousands of ambassadors that we have that are children that don't have a phone or a computer. You don't need to have a phone to be an ambassador of kindness. You just need to be kind to yourself, others, and the planet. It's not a commercial thing. People keep thinking that there's an ulterior motive to make money. No, this is my gift to the world. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to our planet. And that solves all the problems in the world. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. Your vision is really great. People are not having time to think about the world like this. So hats off to you.
Thank you. Well, I enjoy knowing you. Thank you for being Ambassador 11,013. I hope you could get 11 million Indians on board, because 11,000 is some people say it's a big number, but it's a very small number. But in this group, this community that you're in, are some really amazing, amazing, amazing people. I'm very proud to have them as a friend, as an ambassador. And then when you join a group, you could be you become an ambassador if you agree to the 3 commitments. And then if you want to help like you are doing, you become an admin, which means you can invite people in and share the 3 commitments. Because if we don't share the 3 commitments, what good are they? Everyone needs to at least know about them, but the key word is try, because we can't always be kind to ourselves. It's tough, but you must be. And we can't always be kind to evil people. I say walk away from evil people. Get negative people out of your life, because negative thinking and negative people are cancerous to your health. So you really, you want to be happy, you got to get rid of negativity in your life. Negative people, negative, and you got to think, I can't see negative in my life. I don't care what bad things happen to me. I see the positive in it. I won't let a negative thought come in my head. That's just me. But I think it's if people think like me, they'll be happier. Because why think about the negative things that happened to you a year ago or 10 years ago? A lot of women are raped, unfortunately, and they carry that baggage. I say delete it from your memory, and you won't have that baggage. You won't have that bad feeling. Delete the bad shit that's happening, because if it doesn't kill you, it made you stronger. So use all that negativity and bad shit that happened to you to build your future, because today's really all that matters. We don't know if we're going to be around tomorrow. Many wise men said, live every day as though it's your last, because one day it will be your last. I live every day I'm 70 years old. I can hardly believe I've been on this planet for 7 decades. It's hard for me to believe, because most people who talk to me think I'm 40, and I think like I'm 40. It's what you think. I have an energy of a teenager, and I party like a rock star still, because life is worth living and having fun.
Yeah, this is great.
And I love the fact that you're living in harmony with nature. You're one of the 1 percentile that was smart enough to get out of the big city, get out of the danger zone, get out of the pollution and the horrible things that happen in big cities. I mean, people run you over so they can get to work on time. It's just, the big cities are just an accident waiting to happen. If you got a loved one and some kids, get the hell out of the city.
Yeah, this is mess.
Rohit, thank you for the interview.
Also,
I hope you'll share this. It'll air next Monday. As you know, I need to make my life easy. So working around your schedule, my schedule, it's easy. There's no time crunch. There's no stress. Get rid of stress. Stress is all your fault. If anyone's stressing anything, it's their fault. If they're stressing money, it's their fault. If they're stressing the weather, they're a moron. You can't change the weather. If you're stressing traffic, you're an idiot because you didn't leave in time. If you're stressing anything, relationships, change the relationship. Stress will kill you. It killed my mother. Stress makes you worry, degrades your health, and it will kill you. So if you want to be happy, get rid of stress. And I always tell everybody, if you're doing something that makes you happy, keep doing it, because this show here is the complete guide to happiness. And I'm glad to see that you're happy. You got a big ass smile on your face. Thank you, Rohit. In closing, give a message to India right now, please.
Sure. So each and every person who is watching this from India, so we are here. Dr. Fantastic is here, and you just listen him and just be a kind to each, and just be a fantastic and live like a fantastic and live like a kind person.
In closing, I want to say one more thing in closing. The word good has no meaning. It's just a useless word that it means morally right, which isn't bad. But the word fantastic forces you to smile, which releases stress, anxiety, and depression. the word fantastic, by making you smile, makes you look and feel fantastic. And instead of saying have a good day to someone, say have a fantastic day. And if you're going to applying for a job, everyone's going to say when they're asked how they are in the beginning of the interview, they're all going to say they're good. Say you're fantastic and you get the job, because people want to be with someone that's positive, that believes in themselves, that has a fantastic outlook in life. Be fantastic. That's my YouTube channel. Be fantastic. This channel here, the Complete Guide to Happiness, is not my channel. They asked me to host it, which I'm happy to do, and I'm happy to take part in your speeches. I'm glad they liked my speech. It was a short one, but I can give a 5-hour speech if you want. But nobody has. I try to mix a little comedy in with my speeches now, because kindness is just it's not like a comedy routine. People would much rather watch a comedy routine than a kindness routine. Rohit, have a fantastic day. It's Fantastic Friday today. This airs next month. This airs actually in 3 days. So have a fantastic weekend, and we'll talk shortly. We have lots of things to talk about, my friend.
Definitely, we'll do that. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice day.
Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, have a fantastic day. Especially fantastic sleep. Have a fantastic sleep. It's very important.
Exactly. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the Be Fantastic channel, where you will find many fantastic interviews with amazing people.
Visit the top world museums,
Incredible zoos,
beautiful national parks.
special events, and much more.
These videos are designed to educate,
Inspire.
motivate, and entertain you.
We hope you will enjoy them.
Join the Be Fantastic philosophy.
Please subscribe.
Like and share.
You guessed it. It's that time of the show where I get in the kitchen and show you how to cook easy, fast, economical, and delicious meals from all over the world. Now, as this is an Indian interview I had earlier, I'm hoping that the producers pick one of my curry recipes, because I love chicken curry, Indian curry. It's one of my favorite dishes. It's really easy to make. And I hope I'll either find one for them, or they'll dig into my cache of fantastic cooking episodes and play it for you, because eating, I think, makes you happy. It makes me happy to eat, makes me happy to cook, makes me happy to shop. I love going to the supermarket. It's like the biggest pantry on the planet. I wish I had a pantry as big as the supermarket. That's my dream in life, to have a super big pantry like that. I love, so I spend a lot of time shopping, and I spend a lot of time cooking, and I spend a lot of time eating. And there's a secret to losing or gaining weight. I don't know if I told you this before. It's called ELEM. About 8 months ago, I gained a lot of weight because I was exercising less and eating more. And I gained probably 20 pounds because I was enjoying eating, and that was my thing. And now I'm with the ELEM, I'm eating less and exercising more. So I've dropped like 14 pounds in a month. That's pretty cool. I'm feeling better, because the number one commitment in life is to be kind to yourself. Sometimes being kind is eating a lot and enjoying life and drinking and partying, and sometimes it's taking care of yourself. But everything in moderation. If you just eat moderately, that's fantastic. Drink moderately, that's fantastic. Everything in moderation is fantastic. So anyway, here, let's go to the cooking show. Hope you're enjoying the Complete Guide to Happiness. I hope it's putting a smile on your face, because smiling will make you happy. Depressed people don't smile, unfortunately. And the more you don't smile, the more depressed you get. And it's a snowball effect. So force yourself to smile. Matter of fact, they say even if you just push your lips up and like that, it releases the endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin that release depression. Okay, enjoy the show. Enjoy the cooking episode. And I'll talk to you in a bit. So it's time to cook some food tonight. This takes a little longer, so I'm cooking it a little bit earlier in the day. First ingredient, have a little cocktail. Now, we're cooking chicken curry, one of my favorite dishes tonight. It's my own little recipe, so I don't have everything I need, but I'm going to give it a shot. You know, I don't have cornstarch, which typically thickens the juice, so I've coated the chicken with flour, and then hopefully it'll do the trick. So, a couple tablespoons of oil. Now, I like to reuse my oil. You can use oil more than once. Gives it more flavor as well. Let's see what we have here. The ingredients are chicken, of course, curry powder, onions, garlic. I like to put potatoes in my curry. You don't have to. Do whatever you want. Just have fun. It's a great time in our history when we're sequestered in our homes to have fun in the kitchen. Get your kids in the kitchen, get your husband or wife in the kitchen, have fun in the kitchen. Family that cooks together stays together. And I am, as you might know, in Sharm el-Sheikh, cooking up a storm. I've been doing a lot of cooking dishes lately. It's been a lot of fun. And hopefully you're enjoying watching it. And so far, it's come out pretty freaking fantastic. So I use a large onion. Again, you don't like onions, don't use onions. But I have to have onions in everything I cook. So the first step is saute the onions till they get nice and caramelized. Not caramelized, but softened. Just, break them down. Now, garlic. I like lots of garlic. So I put more garlic than I should. Or than I would. But, so I don't mince it either. Because I like to once in a while have a little piece of garlic in the dish. It's like a deep, actually taste. A lot of spices, you're just all mixed in. So, cut them up into small pieces. I don't know if you can see this or not. That's the garlic. I won't put that in until a little bit later. You know what I forgot to do? I want to buy some bouillon, but I'm in Egypt and they don't speak. None of the things are in English. So I think I bought some bouillon cubes. I do believe I bought some bouillon cubes. And I'm pretty sure I did. And I did. There you go. So a couple glasses of water. I was going to just use water if I couldn't find the bouillon. But luckily, I found chicken bouillon. And you could use beef as well. Either one will do. This gives it more flavor. It is chicken curry, so chicken bouillon makes a lot of sense. There we go. Okay, where is everything at? I'm getting organized here in my villa, high above Sharm el-Sheikh and the Red Sea. Okay, so those are cooking. Sauteing. Then, of course, you want to cut the potatoes, if you're going to use potatoes, into, not small pieces, but and not large pieces. An inch square, something like that. I just love cooking. I hope you guys love cooking. Because if you love to eat, which I really love to do, you should learn how to cook well. And one of my sayings in life is the more you know, the easier your life is. So if you know how to cook and your wife deserts you, your life is easier because you can cook your own food. Where's the salt? I love salt on everything. Well, I always salt while I cook. Eat while I cook. I try not to get full before. Let me check on the camera. As you know, I've been having camera problems. Let me check on it real quick. Okay, good news. It's still rolling. I have a cameraman. Well, I had one yesterday. My neighbor, composer, he's going to start a band in Sharm el-Sheikh. And I said, can I be the MC? Actually, I'd like to be one of the singers. Can't wait to learn how to sing. So, the chicken has been quartered. I took a full chicken and I took out most of the skin. A little salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to fry it up. and you want to brown it a bit, get it started, because the water is going to really cook it mostly, you know, the cooking of it. So you should have always a towel around your hand for that sort of thing. So after I brown the chicken a bit, then I'm going to put the potatoes in. I'm going to add the juice. I'm going to put some Kalamata olives, which I think go with everything. I'm going to put some tomato puree. Tomato puree. Tablespoon of that. I'm going to put some tomatoes. You're supposed to put a little cream in it, but I have some milk. I'll throw a little milk in there, you know. Looks pretty good. Throw the garlic in there. That's a lot of garlic. I love garlic. Can't go wrong with garlic. Of course, if you're the only one eating garlic, then it's sometimes not too pleasant. So the bouillon I should have put this into hot water. It breaks up a lot quicker when it's in hot water, but it'll break down. Mush it up a bit. Even if it's all totally not mixed together, it's all going to cook after an hour of simmering like that. Then you're going to serve it on a bed of rice. I have some leftover rice, so I'm going to use that. Use your leftovers. Don't throw food away. It's a sin to throw food away. It's not hard to cook, everybody. It's real easy. Okay, so then after that, the potatoes. Okay. A couple tablespoons of tomato puree. It's a healthy tablespoonful. The water and the bouillon. And I've already put salt and pepper. Milk can come later. Stir that all up. Get it, bring it to a boil. And I would say simmer it for at least an hour. And you've got a delicious, I hope it thickens up. You know, cornstarch, a little mixture, a slurry of cornstarch, you know, but will definitely thicken it up. But if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. So again, you always have to, you're not always going to have the ingredients you need for everything. So don't sweat it, don't stress it, just enjoy cooking. Dr. Fantastic to another small, easy cooking recipe. You got to make your life easy, you know. So, you know, you can be elaborate and cook all day long, but it's better just to whip something out and enjoy it and enjoy it. Be fantastic, everyone. If you like these cooking episodes, please like and share. It's all about sharing, sharing positive information. Saying the word fantastic is sharing kindness. It's an act of kindness to say the word fantastic. Try it. You'll love it. So anyway, like, subscribe, share, and be fantastic, everyone. I think I'm going to cook either tomorrow or the next day an Egyptian recipe. I got one from a local lady I know, and I'm going to give it a shot. Something I have never cooked before. It's basically a sausage and mozzarella casserole dish, so I'm going to give it a shot. Can't go wrong. It's going to be delicious. I tried one of the sausages out just to see, you know, because I bought some. It's delicious. So stay tuned for that. And every day you're going to have a video from Shamroll Shake until I get tired of this place. I don't think it's going to come anytime soon. This place is really fantastic, everybody. You got to come visit. Come visit. I have room for you. And don't forget one of the most important ingredients. How do I open these damn things? It's so hard to open packages in this country. Man. Tell you, not easy being in a foreign country. Okay, you ready for this? You guys are gonna laugh. It wasn't like I was gonna forget, or maybe I would have forgotten. I do forget things now and again. And if I can get this package open, it would be really exciting. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The most important ingredient, the curry powder. Tablespoon of that. Nice heaping tablespoon. Yeah. And then I'm going to put some paprika in it as well. Some chili powder. Just add, you know what I'm going to do? A little chili powder. And my red peppers that I crushed the other day. I like it really spicy. And that's going to be a spicy curry. I always forget something, but as long as you get it in there before it's finished, I wouldn't suggest putting it on after it's on the plate. But definitely, I have an hour of cooking here, so I'm sauteing. I'm getting into a boil. It's already thickening up, by the way, just so you know. I put the Kalamata olives in there. I'll probably have to put some more water in because it's getting so thick. But it's all working. And there it is, cooking up a storm. And a lot of people say you can't serve this on a bed of rice because it has already a starch in it, the potato. But they never had a koshery in India. And this was drop dead delicious, everybody. It came out perfect. It was a little spicy, but it was perfect. Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview with Rohit. And I hope we get a lot more Indians because I think we've got probably a couple hundred Indians that are part of the kindness revolution, and there's over 1 billion people there. So it would be great to get a good chunk of them following the kindness revolution. But again, I hope you joined that interview and the cooking episode, and that you're liking and sharing this with others. Because if you just take one thing away from this, from every one of our episodes, that's fantastic. Whatever you're doing, it's making you happy, keep doing it. Thanks for tuning in and watching. And like, subscribe, and share, because sharing leads to kindness, and kindness leads to happiness. And that's what we're on the planet for, to be happy. So see you next week. Have a fantastic week.
I met Dr. Fantastic along life's way, and I heard him say, you gotta say, I am fantastic, la la la, I am fantastic. You can feel it if you say it. It ain't a game, you gotta learn how to play it. Fantastic, fantastic. Just listen to the doctor. He's a rocker. He walks around all day. He ain't plastic. He's not sarcastic. He says, I am fantastic.